Warning 1. The SteelTailor portable CNC cutting machine must be well grounded separately, and the grounding resistance should be less than 3 ohms. 2. The arc voltage of the plasma shall be processed by the secondary rectification. Normally, its value should be 50 VDC to 300 VDC. 3. Any forced connection by user may cause machine itself damage or even cause injury to persons. 4. Any damage to the machine due to user's forced connection shall not be included in this warranty. Any injury to persons due to user's forced connection should not be the responsibility of SteelTailor's side. Welcome to SteelTailor. THC device can work in capacitive sensor and plasma AVC. If you want to use THC in capacitive sensor, you should have oxygen bottle and fill bottle with cutting machine together. If you want to use plasma AVC, you should have plasma power source with cutting machine together. Assembly THC. Assemble arc voltage detector. Assemble fixation plate. Tighten the oil screws. Assemble THC box. Tighten the oil screws. Connect THC cable. The THC cable is with 2 COM ports on it. One is male connector to the CNC, the other end to the THC box. Assemble plasma torch. Make sure the torch is vertical well, no delining. Plasma torch cable holder. Set the holder bottom into crossbeam, tighten the bolts, and then fix the plasma torch cable. Here's definition. There are 6 cables in our machine. 2 cables are CNC start. 2 cables are DIV finish. 1 cable is arc plus. 1 cable is arc minus. CNC start definition is that number open. Dry contact closure used for torch ignition. DIV finish definition is that number open. Dry contact closure receive the signal of OK to move from plasma. It is the signal sent by plasma source to CNC machine to give the feedback that its torch is well ignited and ready to move. ARC plus, ARC minus definition is that receive the signal of raw arc voltage from plasma and receive the arc voltage from 50 VDC to 300 VDC. Those 6 cables must be connected with plasma source. As every kind of plasma source is different, so the connection is different. Before you connect these cables, please contact with your plasma source supplier. Tell them the definition of every cable. On this way, you can get the proposal with how to contact, how to pass divider in plasma power source. This is connection sketch map. Connect here. This divider must be passed. Instant thermal cut master A120. According to the picture hint, pin 5 and pin 6 come from divider, which cannot be connected with ARC plus or ARC minus wires. We should connect ARC plus and ARC minus wire with pin 7 and pin 9. Pin 7 and pin 9 connect with raw arc voltage in plasma power source. Setting parameters in controller. In the main interface, select PARA, and then select Control. Set flame or plasma to 1. Torch up delay time. It is the delay time that execute M70. Torch down delay time. It is the delay time that execute M71. Plasma cutting. These values used to decide whether check arc voltage or not. When the value is 1, enable, and when arc on, it will check the arc voltage feedback. During cutting, it will watch the arc voltage feedback. When the feedback is cut, system will deal with S-poles and offers with hints. It is usually be used for thick plate. Delay ignition time, then start to cut when the value is 0. Disable. Please do not change this parameter. Please do not change this parameter. When the torch moves to the position where away from the corner of the plate, a certain distance you set, the arc voltage detector will be turned off. Select area IB, choose the figure instance rectangle. Set dimension. Set the width and length, lead in and lead out, and select external and internal entry. Select Apply. Press arrow button back to main interface. Select Auto, and then select View. We can see in display interface, controller set the figure. Up to now, the controller setting is finished. In the manual mode, on the control panel, press PGDN key continuously. Torch will lower. Torch touch the plate, and then torch will lift B value height.
Loaded height button clock wisely to increase height and enlarge cutting distance, and to reduce the distance in contrast. Loaded sensitivity button clock wisely to increase height and enlarge the dead band. Loaded HSI height button clock wisely to increase initial positioning height and to decrease the height in contrast. Height value. It is the expected value between cutting nozzle and steel plate, and set by user. For setting scope, refer to table. Sensitivity, dead band. When the actual head is smaller than height plus sensitivity and larger than height minus sensitivity, the height of cutting torch will not be further adjusted. For the setting scope and factory value, refer to table. HSI height, initial height. It is the lifting distance of a height controller when the cutting torch goes downwards and contact the steel plate. For the setting scope, refer to table.